Hello students, A2 chemistry, chapter is electrochemistry, lecture number 9. In this lecture we are going to study something very important about your A2 syllabus. It is about the factors affecting standard electrode potential, and we will also discuss and solve some numerical problems related to Nernst equation. So this is what we are going to learn in this lecture. First of all, we are going to start with what are the factors affecting standard electrode potential. Okay. First thing you must remember, there are three important factors that can change the numerical value of standard electrode potential of any half cell. Now, what are those three conditions that can have some effect on any half cell? Number one, concentration of the solution. Number two, temperature, and number three, pressure in case of gases only. So you must remember there are three factors that can change the numerical value of standard electrode potential for any half cell. Now I am going to tell you a very simple trick how you can remember the effect caused by these three conditions on the numerical value of standard electrode potential for a given half cell. Now remember, whenever you are asked to change any one of these three conditions, either concentration, temperature or pressure, what you must remember, whenever we change any one of these three conditions, either oxidation or reduction is favored. Why it is so? Because in electrochemistry it is based on an equilibrium, and that equilibrium is redox equilibrium. If in one direction reduction takes place, in the opposite direction oxidation would take place. So what you must remember, whenever for any half cell you are asked to study, to predict the effect of change of concentration of the solution, temperature or pressure, so the most important thing is you must look at that by changing any one of these three conditions, which process is favored. So this is the most important information that you must think over. So whenever by changing any one of these three conditions, if reduction is favored, what you must remember? You must remember reduction always takes place at cathode. It means whenever reduction is favored, that half cell would become cathode, and whenever a half cell or an electrode it becomes cathode, what does this mean? Which charge will be created on that electrode or half cell? It would get positive charge. So you must remember, whenever by changing these conditions reduction is favored, the plate would get positive charge, and if the plate gets positive charge, what does this mean? It means the E naught value, the standard electrode potential, it increases mathematically, or it becomes more positive. So this is what you must remember, that whether reduction is favored or oxidation. If you can remember this information for the process of reduction, that reduction takes place at cathode, cathode becomes positive, so E naught value will increase, and E naught value becomes more positive, then obviously everything will become opposite for oxidation. So for example, if by changing any one of these three reaction conditions the process favored it is oxidation, it means that half cell would become anode. At anode the charge develops is negative, and E naught it would decrease, or it would become more negative or less positive. So this is what you can remember, a shortcut to study, to conclude, to predict the effect of these factors on standard electrode potential. I am going to give you some examples where we will study the effect of these three conditions on different half cells. First of all, look at this half cell. This is a half cell containing Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus, and you have been given its electrode potential as well, positive 0.77 volt. This is the standard electrode potential for the given half cell. Now suppose you are asked to tell what is the effect of increasing the concentration of Fe3 plus on the electrode potential of this half cell. So you must think over before you are going to write down an answer, that what will happen if concentration of Fe3 plus is increased. Now think over, if concentration of Fe3 plus is increased, it means equilibrium position will be shifted toward the right side. When equilibrium will be shifted toward the right side, what does this mean? In the forward direction, which process is favored? in the forward direction, reduction is taking place. Why? Because Fe3 plus, it is reduced to Fe2 plus. So when reduction is favored in the forward direction, it means the half cell would become cathode and the plate would get positive charge. So that is why reduction potential of this half cell would increase. It would become more positive. It means the numerical value would become greater, mathematically greater than 0.77 volt. So how you are supposed to write down the answer to the question that I asked? You can say by increasing the concentration of Fe3 plus solution, the forward reduction is favored, the electrode would become positive, increasing the numerical value of standard electrode potential. So this is what you are supposed to write down in your exams whenever the effect of increasing or decreasing the concentration of a solution is asked. Likewise, if you look at the next example, this is the half cell of copper. You can see copper in the solution form, it is an ion. In the electrode, copper is the solid and its electrode potential is positive 0.34 volt. Now let's suppose for this half cell, if it is asked what is the effect of an increase in the temperature in the numerical value of this electrode potential. So just again, you will start thinking, you will make up your mind before writing an answer. So what you must remember, in the forward direction, reduction is taking place. In the backward direction, oxidation is taking place. Oxidation involves which enthalpy change? Oxidation always involves ionization energy, and whether it is first, second, third, or any ionization energy, all ionization energies are always endothermic. Ionization energies are always endothermic, but whenever reduction takes place, in the first reduction, first electron affinity is always exothermic, while all other electron affinities are endothermic. So what does this mean? Which process is always endothermic? Oxidation. And you know very well that endothermic processes, they are favored by high temperature. So in this question, you have been told to increase the temperature. So it means when we will increase the temperature, which process will be favored? Oxidation will be favored, and oxidation is in the backward direction. When oxidation will be favored, it means copper half cell would become anode and its electrode would get negative charge. Negative charge means that E naught value, standard electrode potential, would decrease, or the plate would become more negative or less positive. So this is what, how you can get the answer, and you can write down in this case as an answer that if temperature is increased, backward endothermic oxidation reaction is favored. The plate would become negative and the numerical value of standard electrode potential would decrease, or it would become more negative or less positive. So this is how you are supposed to adjust your answer in your final exam. So going to the moving on, going for the next third factor. If you want to study the effect of pressure, you must remember pressure can have some effect only on those reactions where there are gases. Like see the third half cell that is being given in this case. It is the half cell for hydrogen, and you know the standard electrode potential for hydrogen half cell is 0 volt. Okay, now if in this case it has been asked what is the effect of increasing the pressure on the E naught value of this half cell, on the standard electrode potential value of this half cell. Now what you must remember again, you must recall from your knowledge of AS and O levels, you know very well, that whenever pressure is increased, equilibrium shifts from more mole of gases to less mole of gases. In this example, if you look at the chemical equation, there is 1 mole of hydrogen gas on the left hand side, while there is no mole of any gas on the right hand side. So number of mole on the left hand side for gas is 1, number of mole for gas on the right hand side is 0. So what does this mean? It means when we will increase the pressure, the equilibrium will shift toward the right side. Toward the right side from more to less number of mole of the gas. It means in the forward direction, which process will be favored? Oxidation will be favored. Oxidation means hydrogen half cell, it would become anode, plate would get negative charge, and the numerical value of E naught would decrease, it would become more negative. K. So now you have it has become very simple for you people to decide if you just remember that by changing any condition for the standard half cell, you must identify which process is favored. If reduction is favored, the E naught value increases. If oxidation is favored, the E naught value would decrease. That's it. Now, how much exact increase or decrease in the numerical value of E naught takes place? We can calculate the exact change in the numerical value of standard electrode potential by taking help of an equation, and that equation is known as Nernst equation. Now we are going to study Nernst equation. This equation will help us to calculate exact change in the numerical value of standard electrode potential. Now what you must remember, first of all, what is Nernst equation? You must remember this Nernst equation. It is E is equal to E naught plus RT over NF log natural of concentration of oxidized form divided by concentration of reduced form. So what is the description of each and every term involved in this Nernst equation? I am telling you, you can remember this information, and it is very simple to use this equation for finding the change in electrode potential whenever a change in the concentration of a solution is being made or temperature is changed. Okay, look at this. In this case, E is non-standard electrode potential, the new electrode potential that we will calculate. E naught is the standard electrode potential that is always given in the data booklet. So E is the non-standard electrode potential, E naught is the standard electrode potential. R is a universal gas constant. Its numerical value is given in your data booklet, or you can remember the numerical value of R is 8.314. T is the absolute temperature in Kelvin, and standard temperature is taken as 298 Kelvin, 25 degrees Celsius. N is the number of mole of electrons in the balanced chemical equation. You can see, like in the first case, three examples, three half cells equations that are written in front of you. In the first case, number of mole of electron is 1. In the second and third case, number of mole of electron is 2. So the value of N for the first half cell is 1. For second and third half cell, the value of N would be 2. F is the Faraday's constant that we studied in the previous lecture, where F, Faraday's constant, its numerical value is taken equal to 96,500 coulombs. So you must remember what is Nernst equation and what is the meaning of E naught, R, T, and F. Log natural, you people know it's a mathematical method for doing some calculations, and concentration of oxidized form we will always take in the numerator, while the concentration of reduced form will always be taken into the denominator. Now how you will decide which form is the oxidized form? A form having higher oxidation state, it is the oxidized form, and a form having lower oxidation state, it is the reduced form. Look at the first example again. There is Fe3 plus, there is Fe2 plus. Fe3 plus is the higher oxidation state, so this is the oxidized form. Fe2 plus is the lower oxidation state, this is the reduced form. Look at the second example. Cu2 plus is the higher oxidation state, Cu solid 0, this is lower oxidation state, this is the reduced form. H2 is the reduced form and H ion is the oxidized form. So this is how you can differentiate between oxidized form and reduced form. Higher oxidation state represents oxidized form. One more thing, always remember, we always consider while using Nernst equation, we always consider the concentrations of those ions which are present in solutions. We do not consider the concentration of solid, liquid, and gases. The concentration of a solid, a liquid, or a gas, it is always taken equal to 1 mole per dm cube. For example, if you look at the second example, the half cell of copper, the concentration of oxidized form would be equal to the concentration of Cu2 plus, but the concentration of reduced form, which is equal to Cu solid, it will be 1 in this case, because copper reduced form, it is a solid. So wherever you see some solid, liquid, or gas, the concentration would be taken equal to 1. Next thing, sometime instead of mathematical method log natural, we use simple log. So what is the relationship between log natural and simple log? You can remember this, you would have studied in mathematics. Log natural is equal to 2.303 log. Log natural is equal to 2.303 log. So if we insert the value of log natural, we can simplify this equation. E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT divided by NF log of concentration of oxidized form divided by concentration of reduced form. So this is a logarithmic form of Nernst equation when we have converted natural log natural form into simple log form. Now you must remember, you can use this form of Nernst equation whenever temperature is other than 25 degrees Celsius, whenever temperature is other than 298 Kelvin. It means whenever we have been given in a numerical problem non-standard temperature, we will use this form of Nernst equation. But if in a numerical problem you have been given standard temperature 298 Kelvin, then you can further simplify this equation and you can memorize, you can remember that form of Nernst equation. So how you can further simplify this equation? If the temperature is constant, if the temperature is constant, R is also a constant, 2.303 is a constant, F is also a constant. So what you can do, how you can simplify this equation? If temperature is a constant, you can modify and you can use this form of the Nernst equation. You can write on E is equal to E naught plus, if you just multiply and divide all the constant, 2.303 into R is 8.314 into 298 and divide this by 96,500. So you will get 0.059 divided by N is the number of mole of electron. It can be variable in different equations, so we will keep it intact. Log of concentration of oxidized form divided by log of concentration of reduced form. So remember, you can use the second form of the Nernst equation when temperature is non-standard, and for standard temperature whenever 298 Kelvin is given in a question, you can use the third equation, third form of the Nernst equation in that numerical problem. I am giving you some examples. We are going to solve some numerical problems based on these two forms of Nernst equation. Look at this question. In this question you have been asked to calculate the value of electrode potential at 298. So it means we will have to use that form of Nernst equation where temperature is standard. So which form we are going to use? We are going to use E is equal to E naught plus 0.059 divided by N log of concentration of oxidized form divided by concentration of reduced form. Okay, let's insert the value. The standard electrode potential that is given for nickel half cell, it is negative 0.25 volt plus 0.059 is a constant, no change, divided by N is the number of mole of electron. Look at the change in this half cell. Nickel from 0, it is changing into N nickel 2 positive. So what does this mean? There is a number of 2 mole of electron that is involved in this chemical equation. So what will be the value of N? It will be 2. Why 2? Because nickel is showing a change from 0 to 2 positive. Okay, then log of oxidized form. Oxidized form is Ni2 positive and its concentration is 1.5 mole per dm cube, while nickel solid, it is the reduced form, and since it is a solid, I have told you that the concentration of a solid, liquid or a gas would always be taken 1. Okay, now you have inserted the numerical value. You can use the calculator, you can get the answer. The answer would be negative 0.2448 volt. It means non-standard electrode potential of nickel half cell, it has increased, and that is very right. Why it has increased? Because we have increased the concentration of nickel ions. When concentration of nickel ions has increased, which process will be favored? Reduction will be favored. Nickel from Ni2 plus, it will become nickel solid. So whenever reduction is favored, the half cell becomes cathode, plate gets positive charge, and the E naught value increases. So this is how you can confirm whether the answer that you have calculated is it correct or not. So whenever you calculate some answer, always just apply your theoretical information that I have told you, that if reduction is favored, half cell become cathode, if oxidation is favored, half cell become anode. Okay, moving on to the next numerical problem, but look at the question. This question is slightly different. It is asked calculate the change in the value of electrode potential. Now he is not asking for the value of electrode potential, he is asking the change. What change do you expect? So what will happen in this case? Temperature is constant, so obviously you will use the standard form of the Nernst equation. This is the standard form, and he is asking for the change. Where is the change? The change is after E naught value. So you will ignore E naught in this standard form of Nernst equation. So just eliminate E naught, and what you can get? You can get change in the electrode potential. What it would be equal to? 0.059 divided by N, and again it is 2 because there is a change of 2 oxidation state from 0 to 2 positive. Log of oxidized form of copper ACU2 plus, its concentration is 0.001 divided by the concentration of the solid. Solid concentration is always 1. You can get the answer. The answer in this case, it is the only change. This is not the new electrode potential. Keep in your mind, you will look at the wording of the question properly in the exam, and then you will calculate this accordingly. Okay, so this case the answer is this much change we expect in the half cell of copper when we will decrease the concentration of copper ion to 0.001 mole. Okay, moving on to another style of the question. You can see in your past papers. Look at this. You may be given an electrochemical cell that is made up of zinc half cell and silver half cell. You can be asked in the first part, first of all, calculate the cell potential for zinc and silver cell. Remember, in the next part, this information you will have to link up with Nernst equation. How is that? Let's see. First of all, let's calculate the cell potential. Whenever you want to calculate cell potential, first of all, from the data booklet or otherwise, this information may be given in the question, you will have to find what is the electrode potential of each half cell. For example, for zinc, the standard electrode potential is negative 0.76 volt, and for silver half cell the standard electrode potential, standard reduction potential is positive 0.80 volt. So this information, either it is given in the question or you can copy this information from the data booklet. Now what we have studied in this chapter in the previous lectures, that whenever you have been given two half cells, how you will decide which half cell would act as cathode and which one would act as anode? The half cell whose standard electrode potential is greater mathematically, its greater value, it is having greater value mathematically, it would become cathode. So right now if you look at the standard electrode potential value of both these half cell, you can see silver half cell, it is having greater numerical value mathematically for its electrode potential. So silver half cell would become cathode and zinc half cell would become anode. So what formula we know to calculate cell potential? Cell potential is always equal to reduction potential of cathode minus reduction potential of anode. Okay, if we insert the value, reduction potential of cathode is positive 0.80 minus reduction potential of anode is minus 0.76. If you calculate this on the calculator, the answer you will get positive 1.56 volt. This is the cell potential before we have made any change in any one of the two half cells. Now moving on to the next part, see what happens. In the next part, it is asked calculate the value of electrode potential. Now see, some change has been made in the half cell of silver. The concentration of silver solution has been changed to 0.0002 mole per dm3. Let's look at the temperature. This is standard temperature, so we will use standard form of Nernst equation. You know that very well. We have used this standard form twice. Okay, insert the values. E naught of the zinc half cell standard electrode potential of zinc half cell is positive 0.80 plus 0.059. Number of mole of electron would be, yes, number of mole of electron would be 1, because you can see change in oxidation state from 0 to 1 positive. It would be 1. Log of oxidized form of silver Ag1 plus, it is 0.0002 mole per dm cube, and the reduced form is a solid, so its concentration would be 1. Get the answer on your calculator. So the new value of non-standard electrode potential for silver half cell, it is positive 0.58 volt. Now you have calculated a new value for zinc half cell when we have changed, we have reduced the concentration of silver ion. Now, moving on, you can be asked in the same question, calculate the new cell potential when the above change was made to the original cell. Now, what change we made? We reduced the concentration of silver ion, as a result of which the reduction potential of silver half cell from positive 0.8, it has become positive 0.58 volt. So what you will do, you will find a new cell potential. You know the formula, reduction potential of cathode minus anode. Still the cathode would be silver because its reduction potential is still positive. So you will insert the value, instead of positive 0.80, you will insert positive 0.58 minus 0.76, and the answer, overall cell potential, you can see it would be reduced. Overall cell potential, it has become positive 1.34 volt. So this is how you can use Nernst equation to solve this type of questions as well. One more question you can see, if it is asked to calculate the value of electrode potential at non-standard temperature. Now you can see the temperature, it is the given temperature is 273 Kelvin instead of 298 Kelvin. So in this case you will have to use non-standard form of Nernst equation. What is the non-standard form of Nernst equation? I told you it is E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT over NF log of concentration of oxidized form over concentration of reduced form. Okay, insert the values, get the answer. Okay students, if you have done, just check your answer. E naught is negative 0.25 volt plus 2.303, 8.314 is the standard value of our universal gas constant. Temperature given is 273 Kelvin. N, number of mole of electron, nickel, is changing from 0 to 2 positive, so N will be 2, and F is the Faraday's constant, 96,500 coulomb. Log of oxidized form of nickel Ni2 plus, its concentration is 1.5, and the concentration of reduced form solid would be 1. Calculate this and you will get the answer. The value of electrode potential for nickel half cell would be negative 0.245 volt. I hope you would have enjoyed this lecture. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.